Hi, everybody. How are you all doing? I hope good. I am much better. Thank you for all the love that you all sent out and all the good wishes. I think it really helped, along with those crazy garlic shots that I made. I I had not been that sick in a while. I mean, it's been a while, and it scared me there for a minute because I went to stand up and I'm like, everything's spinning, everything felt like it was pressing on me and weighing me down, and oh my gosh, it was awful. And I could barely even make it to the bathroom without. I had to hold on to something because I was so dizzy and stuff. It was crazy. And my son Xander was making me lemon water and hot tea, and um, I was like, wow, garlic is helps a lot, and it's best in raw, form. Well, most, everything, raw vegetables and fruits are better when they're not cooked because they're not losing any of the nutrients. So I was thinking instead of juicing it because I'm too sick to really juice it, um, I would put it in a garlic press and press it out and then put it in some lemon juice. So that's what I did. I took a couple of big cloves, and every time I would do a garlic shot, I would make it stronger. But I would take that and put it in lemon juice, so one lemon, and then a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and made my own shot. And it was totally insane, but it worked. I mean, I was feeling pretty good, pretty quick. So now I have my own remedy for is the garlic lemon shot. Um, so yeah, so I'm feeling lots better. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys. And so I've had a couple of emails asking about being able to afford juicing, and honestly, I had the best thing I could say is being a single parent. It is hard, especially with boys, and my boys will, eat everything up in sight. And then when you're trying to juice, they pretty much know which fruits and vegetables to stay away from. I try to buy them like their own bags of stuff, so if they want to snack on things. But I will find the recipes that I want to use. I will figure it all out. I go to check out my local stores, and every week your local store will have a sale. And so, like last week, our Sprouts had 3 cucumbers for $1, 98-cent watermelon. They just had really, really good sales. And so I go on those days and get my stuff. They had 2 bags of organic oranges for $5. And so that's the way to do it, really, in my opinion. And so, like, my other store had organic apples on sale, a bag of them. So they had, I don't even remember, there was like 8 or 9 apples in there. And, for $2.99, that's a really good price. So, and then I buy my bags of lemons and everything. And really, it's not as expensive as everybody would think. Um, if you're basically doing juices that have things that are in season, that helps a lot. It's when you start buying exotic things or things that aren't in season that's going to make your juices cost more. So, that's not too hard to figure out there. So that's what I do to help out with my cost. And I don't buy tons of processed food anymore like I used to. So like, I'll buy the kids like an organic frozen pizza. Hopefully it really is organic. But, I don't buy all the junk food and the sodas and all the chips and, none of that stuff gets bought. So my grocery bill really kind of just evened itself out. Um, it's when you start buying all that processed food, that's what really that stuff costs. And it is funny though, because when you think about it, like they will sell macaroni and cheese for like 60 cents or whatever. And so they try to make people think that they can't afford to eat healthy. Well, that food's just crap, and there's no nutrients in it. And the problem eating one of the problems, well, there's tons of problems with eating that stuff. But if you're eating this processed macaroni and cheese where they throw all these additives and all this junk in it, and it's made from GMO, you get hungry again right away. And so you're always eating. So you're always buying food. When you're eating cleaner and healthier, you're filling up more. You're filling up your body with nutrients, and so you stay satisfied a lot longer. And so, with all those processed foods, you're not getting any nutrients in them. And, something else with those foods, like, okay, the diet foods, it's a joke, really. There's so much sodium in there. There's so much sodium, I mean, it can kill a moose. I mean, seriously. And they say that, oh, these meals, buy these diet meals, they'll help you lose weight. Well, they're the same thing. They're all processed. It's food-like products. None of it has any real nutrients in it. And most of it is made with GMO products. So for me personally, I don't even go down those aisles in the store anymore. I get my fresh fruit and my veggies. I get the kids a couple of things. We'll look and see if there's some organic yogurt, goat's milk or something. Things, it's so really for us, shopping is pretty quick. We're in and out, and we kind of just know what we're doing, and we just don't buy any of the other stuff, the old stuff that we used to buy anymore. And so I hope that helps a little bit. When I did my juice fast, the first one, it was a straight juice fast, 42 days, nothing else, just juice. And then after that fast is when I went from 2 juices a day to a healthy meal. And so I'm gathering up my favorite recipes, and I'm going to compile everything together and with a schedule or like a menu of what I do daily or weekly. And that will be, for you guys to be able to look at if you're wanting, if you're interested in how I have been eating and living the last couple of years. Because I get a lot of people who ask me that. And, it's going to be almost 2 years. I started the day after my birthday, which was May 18th. So that will mark the 2-year anniversary. And so I've lost 246 pounds in almost 2 years. I've kind of slacked off a little bit with I'm not juicing. I'm juicing, but I'm not doing 3 juices a day like I was. I'm doing the 2 juices right now, and eating something healthy for dinner. So I'm still getting my water in, and my healthy snacks. So you want to make sure you eat those healthy snacks. Like sometime between your juice, have a handful of almonds, and an apple. And then later on at lunch, have your juice. And then in the afternoon, have your snack. Have an avocado and a handful of pumpkin seeds or something. It's really important not, to kind of just have that. Don't have, you don't want your body to get hungry, because then in the evening, you're going to want a snack, And so when you're cooking for a family, drink your water, drink some hot tea, drink your juice, so you could save your juice for when everybody's sitting down together to eat. Your evening juice, you could keep your fruit juice for the evening and blend it with ice and some spinach. I do that sometimes because it feels like, I'm getting a fancy treat. So I'll put in the blender my spinach and then some of my juice and pureed it, and then I'll throw in my ice and then the rest of my juice. And so, I just have fun with it is what I do. So I pretty much keep to a routine, but I liven it up once in a while, so it's not completely boring. But so hopefully that helps. And let's see. So what else have I been asked lately? The weight does come off slower when you're doing 2 juices in a meal. You just need to be careful with what it is that you're eating for your meal. It's kind of a no-brainer. If you're eating something processed and it has a lot of sodium, you're going to retain a lot of water. And then it's going to make you when you get on the scale, you're going to freak out because you're thinking you gained all this weight back from one meal. Well, it is sometimes hard to get that water back out, but, there's nothing wrong with having one meal a week, like if you want to go have something with friends or whatever. But I just pick and choose. I mean, I've gotten to the point now, I know what works for me. I know what's good for me. And I would rather, just be a little, careful with, what I'm doing. And because I'm so close to my goal. And, I'm going to keep this weight off. I have no intentions of putting it back on. I'm the healthiest I've been my whole life. It feels really good when years ago I went to a show with a friend of mine at Red Rocks. And, if you guys look up Red Rocks, Colorado, it's just beautiful up there. It's a really good, hike up this. It's intense. And I went to this show with a friend, and we had to keep stopping to walk up there. And for one, it's embarrassing that you have to hold everybody back. And, of course they're your friends, so they say they don't care. But sometimes, people aren't completely honest with you. But, for me, I felt bad. I didn't want to hold everybody up. I didn't want to make everybody, I wanted to get up in there. And it was a struggle. It was really, really hard. And then this time going up there, being able to just fly up that mountain and up those stairs and not have a problem. And it was so fantastic. I mean, it gives you such a good feeling. And, so I'm not going back to my old self. Being able to move around and sit, like things that you take for granted, like sitting Indian style and being flexible and just all these things, that I've been severely overweight my whole adult life. So having these things, it's like brand new things, and it's like so exciting to me because I've never experienced it before. And and it's really weird because like my hands, you wouldn't really know. I mean, unless you knew me before, but my hands, I was freaking out the other night. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with my hands? And I'm telling my boys, they look kind of creepy to me. And they're like, why, Mom? And I'm like, look at all these things in my hands. And they're like, Mom, that's your bones and your tendons. That's normal. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, it is normal. But, I mean, I was just like thinking they looked kind of scary because I just wasn't used to it. And it's the same thing with parts of my body. Like, I never felt my ribs before. And so, like, that was just really weird. And, like, I can hug myself, like if it's really cold. And I could wrap myself in a blanket like a burrito. And I can just hug onto myself. And so, yeah, us single girls have to do that. Wrap ourselves up like burritos and hug ourselves. And so I was really excited because I got this dress from the thrift store. And I don't know if you can kind of see it, It's denim, but it's a little tight. But I was so excited because I mean it was cute. I love blue and red together, and yeah, those are two. Well, I have so many colors are my favorite colors, but I love blue and red together, and I love orange, purple, and green together, and I love green and purple together, and green and pink together, and I just love colors. Yeah, but but I was really excited when I found this dress because I was like, hey, I could probably wear that with my red sweater. Yay, and it was only $3, and that was even better because that's what's hard, like when you're losing weight and your clothes get so big, and well, and being a single parent, it's hard too, and like, so I love the thrift stores. I have found some really cute things at the thrift stores, and like I found really great things that I could use for Halloween costumes, and so thrift stores are fun. So anyways, guys, I wanted you guys to know that about the whole money thing and about the juicing, and I had some more emails really quick before I go because I'm rambling on again. Sorry. I'm going to share this book again. My friend Megan shared it with me. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise L. Hay. I'm getting ready to read this for the second time, and I'm going to keep reading this book over and over and over until I know it like the back of my hand. It's really touched in here, and it's really helping me. Someone asked, about mental health. You're starting to get your physical health back, and you're working on your mental health. And how do you stay from, how do you keep being positive and not let depression sink back in? Well, a lot of the depression stuff, I really don't think that it should be treated with medication. I think it's something that we learn as we get older, and how we react to how people treat us or how we react to situations. Because when we recondition ourselves to think differently, then we feel better. And I've always been overly sensitive, and I've taken things way personal and overthought things and overanalyzed things. And, I'm still working on that because I am a sensitive person, and I want to help people. And, I have a tendency to have someone get upset at me, and then I feel really, really bad, and I take it way personal. And, so it's like, it's a learning thing. You have to recondition yourself, and this book really touches a lot of things, and that's why I'm gonna read it again, because it's just an amazing book, and I wish I had more time so I could explain some more about it, but I just highly suggest you pick it up. If you're feeling down, feeling any kind of, just bummed out or depressed, pick it up, read it. And something else that helps me that I've been doing, and I have a lot of these laying around, is all these papers. What I've been doing is every night I write down 5 people that I'm grateful for in my life. And then I write down 5 dreams or goals that I want to have, that I want in my life. And it not only helps me more to stay focused on what I want to have happen, but it helps. I would try it. And then writing down affirmations. Like, I have this notebook right here, and I write down dreams and goals. I write down, just positive things in there. And I know it sounds funny, but writing really is, it's therapeutic. It really is. And like, I have this thing in here where, you know, I to remind myself, and like, if you had all the time and money in the world, what would you be doing right now? So right now, if you had all the money and time in the world, you know, and what would you still be doing what you're currently doing? So if you had all of this money and time, would you still be where you're at right now? And I think those are some powerful things to think about. And so, and then if you would still do what you're currently doing, then you have a passion for what you're doing. You're expressing your unique talents. Then ask yourself, how am I best suited to serve humanity? You know, think about that. And then answer that for yourself. You know, how can I best be serving humanity? And then put that into action. And, you know, or another thing you can ask is, if you left this world, say, you know, God forbid, you know, there was some tragic accident and you were no longer here, what would you want people to remember you by? You know, or just legacy. What would you like to leave behind? How would you want people to remember you by? You know, do you want them to remember you by, you know, oh yeah, I loved Crazy Jack. He never left his house. He was funny. He had good jokes. Or do you want to be known as, you know, oh yeah, Crazy Jack, oh my gosh, Crazy Jack was so cool. They were always out trying to help the homeless, or, you know, doing something for the community. You know, I was, for a while, the boys and I were going down to this church, and we were going on Saturdays, volunteering time, and we were handing out food to families. And we kind of, you know, over the holidays, we kind of got off track with that, and we need to start doing that again. It was a great thing, you know, to do with the boys and getting to help people. It felt really good. And so, you know, just, I would think about those kinds of things, you know. What direction do you want to take your life? And once you start thinking about those things and you make up your mind and you set your goals, then there's no stopping you. And, you know, I have my goals and my dreams, and I want to have a farm, and I would like to have a farm in the mountains. I would even convert an old schoolhouse, even. My friend was telling me you can buy old schoolhouses and convert, you know, make them into homes. I would even take an old school bus and convert that, but I would need a couple, so that way my kids and I can connect them or something. No, that would be kind of weird. I don't think that would work. That would have to be our travel something. But I want a farm. I would love to be able to grow my own fruits and vegetables, and I would like to be able to grow enough where I could give them to my friends and my neighbors. And I want to get my books out. I've been writing down storylines for some children's books, and so, you know, I have some goals, and, you know, I gotta not let my fear take over, and not let the old me stop me from moving forward, because I know I can do this. So I'm gonna, I want it badly. I want my farm, and so I can't give up. I gotta keep going. So anyways, it's been like 24 minutes again. I'm sorry. But send me emails with questions, and I'll answer them through video. I think it's more fun, and I promise to get more some like Q&A section. My friend was telling me I could do that in my notes on Facebook, so I'll start doing that too for you guys. But anyways, I hope you all have a really good night, and I'll talk to you all soon, and I love you guys. Bye.